Hey guys, Dr. Shelly here. It is day 7 of my 30-day video challenge, and it's been a really interesting experience. And you guys have had the best questions, and people have reached out to me and given me so much encouragement to keep going with these. So that's awesome. I really appreciate it. So today is day 7, and I was gonna talk to you guys about sleep. So I got, stuff on that looks like I'm about to go to sleep and made my bed. So I wanted to share 3 things that will change the way you sleep forever. And for those of you who know me, you know that I sleep really, really well. Like when my head hits the pillow, I am out and nothing can wake me up until I wake up in the morning, and it's amazing. But I know that not all of you share that awesome quality, okay? There have been a couple nights of my life where I've woken up in the middle of the night and wasn't able to go back to sleep, and it's torture. So I'm gonna share with you everything I know to help you to have the most amazing sleep of your life, okay? So the first thing I wanna talk about is you need to have the perfect room, okay? I mean, it doesn't need to be decorated perfectly. You don't need to have, like a vase of flowers or anything like that, but you do have to have a room that's dark, okay? I have 3 sets of curtains up, okay? Because I live in Florida and the sun is serious, and if I don't wake up before the sun, I don't want to wake up because of the sun, okay? So I have 3 sets of curtains to keep it super dark in here, and that is a huge thing. I mean, just go get an ugly set that's inexpensive and put it behind the expensive set, okay? But when you close your eyes to go to bed, I mean, you want to be sleeping in a pitch dark room. I used to have one of those little digital alarm clocks next to my bed, and it was just like a little blue LED light that showed the time. And I put that in a drawer when I go to bed, because even that blue light it's not pitch dark in here. So it's really important that you have a dark room to sleep well, okay? The other thing, and this one might seem obvious, but a lot of people don't realize how important it is to have a quiet room. So if you have a significant other who snores, or if you have kids that are watching TV in a different room and you can hear the TV, or you can hear your neighbors or whatever it is, all of that sound, even if it's just ambient sound, your brain is hearing it and is interpreting it. And whether or not you think it's affecting you, I promise you're gonna sleep better if it's quiet, just like completely quiet, okay? So it's gotta be dark and it has to be quiet. The other thing is the temperature. So for me, I have an exact temperature that I sleep best at. If I tell you guys, okay. So I normally keep my house at about 76 during the day. That's just me, I like it. It's kind of hot for some people, but I like it. When I sleep, the temperature usually is between 72, 73, somewhere in there. For me, I sleep best at that temperature. If it's too cold, then I don't sleep as well. And if it's too hot, I wake up and I'm sweating, and I know you've all been there before. So find a temperature that's right for you, and just try to just set the thermostat to that temperature every single night, okay? And see how you sleep. So it's gotta be dark, it's gotta be quiet, it's gotta be the right temperature. And this one might be kind of controversial, but for those of you who share a bed with a significant other, or for those of you who share a bed with a dog, or if your kids jump in the bed with you, whatever it is, the movement from somebody else can actually affect your sleep. So it may not affect your sleep to the point where you're waking up, but it can affect your sleep to the point where you're not getting into that deep sleep because somebody keeps like tossing and turning or stealing the covers, not to mention the snoring and everything. But if you can make sure it is totally quiet, nothing's moving around, okay, the temperature's right, and it's dark, those are the 4 things you have to do at a minimum to sleep well, okay? So the perfect room. Oh, and decorate it nice, so when you wake up in the morning, you smile. The second thing that you need to consider as far as getting the best sleep of your life is sleeping in the correct position for you. So I get this question all the time. I'm a chiropractor, and I swear it's like a when people find out I'm a chiropractor, they're like, oh, what's the best sleep position? Or what bed should I sleep on? Or what pillow should I use? It's like chiropractors magically have the answer for everyone about the bed and the pillow and the position. So let me talk about this for a minute. The perfect position for you is going to be different than the perfect position for me, the perfect position for somebody else. It's not the same. That's why that question's so hard to answer. Some people sleep on their back, some people sleep on their side, some people sleep on their stomach, and they can try. Like if you're a stomach sleeper and you want to try sleeping on your back, you're going to wake up on your stomach, I promise you, okay? Or if you're a side sleeper and you're like, I should sleep on my back, you're still going to wake up on your side because you're sleeping. You don't have like conscious thought on the way that you're positioned while you're sleeping. So here's the little tips. If you know that you are a side sleeper, okay? And I'm a side sleeper. I've tried to sleep on my back. I end up on my side. One of the most important things you need to consider if you sleep on your side is a really soft bed. Either the mattress has to be really soft, or if you don't want to get a new mattress, get a mattress topper that's like maybe memory foam or something that's going to compress a lot. Because if you sleep on your side, you need somewhere for your shoulder to go, okay? If you are someone who sleeps on your back, a harder mattress, a harder bed is going to be better for you, okay? It actually might be uncomfortable to have a bed that's too soft. If you are a stomach sleeper, oh man, stomach sleepers, I don't know how people sleep on their stomach, honestly, but if you're a stomach sleeper, I would say you want a mattress and a mattress topper that's gonna be soft, because if it's really hard, you might as well, I don't know. Sleeping on your stomach's not comfortable no matter what. So I don't know how many of you are stomach sleepers, but the other thing about sleeping on your stomach is that, I don't know if this is true, but this is what I've been told, but it's really not good. Like it causes wrinkles apparently, because if you're, you sleep on your face and then you wake up, you got wrinkles all there. But whether or not that's true, I don't really recommend sleeping on your stomach. But if you do, just make sure you're comfortable, that your arms aren't falling asleep. If you're sleeping on your arms and they're falling asleep, you need a softer mattress, okay? So whether you're a back sleeper, side sleeper, or stomach sleeper, make sure the mattress is either hard enough or soft enough for the way that you're sleeping. The other thing to consider, no matter what position you sleep in, is your pillow. So there's so many pillows out there, and there's so many pillows out there that say that they're chiropractic approved, but the bottom line is, if you're sleeping on your back, okay, you don't want, so if I'm sleeping on my back, you don't want the pillow to be under your head and so thick that your neck is like this, all right? So basically all night long, you're like in the texting position, all right? This is not good. So you want to get a smaller pillow so that your neck is actually in the correct position, okay? Actually, if you sleep on your back, try sleeping without a pillow and just see how that goes, because that's actually proper anatomical position if you're standing up, okay? So if you're somebody who sleeps on your side, you're gonna need a thicker pillow, okay? Because when you're on your side, you have your shoulder right here, and you want a pillow that's gonna go from your ear to like where your shoulder is. So you, again, if you're on your side, try to do this. If you're on your side, you don't want a pillow that's too thick so your head's like that. And you also don't wanna sleep without a pillow because then your head's gonna be like that. So hopefully you guys are understanding what I'm showing you here. So it's really important, whatever kind of pillow you have, that it keeps your neck and your cervical spine in a neutral position, okay? Two other positions that you can sleep in, okay, besides in a bed, all right, is you can sleep vertical or horizontal, or like kind of at an incline. So sometimes people fall asleep in chairs, they fall asleep on road trips in the car, like if they're a passenger. And if they're sitting up and they fall asleep, what happens to their head? All right, so like let's say like I'm riding in the car with somebody and I fall asleep. I might lean back a little bit, and then my head's gonna go like this, right? This is not a good way to sleep, all right? Or other people, if they fall asleep in a chair, they might go like this. This is also not a good way to sleep, all right? So I do not recommend sleeping sitting upright. But if you know that you're going to be on a road trip, or, in a plane, or if you're somebody who falls asleep on the couch easily, like make sure you have a pillow or like one of those travel pillows to support your neck, because it's really not a healthy thing to sleep like this for a couple hours, okay? It might seem obvious, but so many people do this. Like if I go on a plane and I see this, it's painful for me, because I'm like, they make those little neck pillows. You can get them for like $10. So The perfect position, really important, okay? The third thing that you need to consider when it comes to having the most amazing night's sleep is what you're putting in your body before you go to bed, okay? So some things are obvious, like caffeine. I mean, you don't really want to consume a lot of coffee or anything else with caffeine in it, like right before you go to bed, all right? There's other things that are not so obvious. For example, you don't really want to drink a ton of water before you go to bed because you're going to have to wake up to go to the bathroom, and that's going to disturb your sleep cycle, okay? So water is really important. Yes, you should drink a lot of water, but I mean, a couple hours before you go to bed, you don't need to be chugging glasses of water. I mean, keep it to a minimal, all right? So no coffee, not a lot of water before you go to bed. For the same reason why caffeine can keep you up, a lot of sugar can keep you up too. So you want to keep your sugar consumption, like you don't want to eat, a lot of ice cream or snacks before you go to bed, because if you don't sleep well, it's a pretty good chance that it was because of the sugar you were consuming, all right? But I do believe that it's okay to eat before you go to bed. Some people say it's not. From experience and from just what I've seen with my patients, eating before you go to bed, or a half an hour before you go to bed, is not always a bad thing. In fact, a lot of the time it can help you sleep better. So if you have a little bit of protein before you go to bed, like if you know that you're someone who, let's say you're someone who falls asleep and then you wake up 2 hours later and you're just like, oh my gosh, I fell asleep and I thought I was going to sleep through the night, and you woke up 2 hours later. What would probably work for you is to have a little bit of protein right before you go to bed. So maybe like a hard-boiled egg, or like a little bit of tuna or chicken, but nothing else, just protein. Because the protein takes a while to digest in your stomach. And when you're digesting food, your parasympathetic nervous system is activated, okay? And your parasympathetic nervous system is also responsible for helping you sleep properly and better and get into that deep sleep. So by eating a little bit of protein that's going to take a long time to digest, that part of your nervous system is already activated. So it's going to be easier for you to sleep. When you drink coffee, consume caffeine, things like that, it actually stimulates your sympathetic nervous system, which does the opposite of helping you sleep. Your sympathetic nervous system is like your fight or flight. It keeps you alert and awake, and that's why you would drink coffee and consume caffeine if you're trying to stay awake. So a little bit of protein before bed is a good idea. Coffee, lots of carbs and sugar before bed, not the greatest idea, okay? So yes, eat before bed. As far as taking supplements to sleep, it's better to take supplements than it is to take prescription sleep medications, which can be really addicting actually. And taking supplements is definitely better than relying on NyQuil or Benadryl or anything that's gonna cause you to be kind of drowsy. So I wanna share with you a couple supplements that may or may not work in your case, okay? So not everybody's physiology is the same when it comes to the reason they're not sleeping. So take this for what it is, and you can try them on your own. Minerals are essential when it comes to sleep. There's different kind of minerals, but as a general rule, minerals are really calming to your nervous system. So if you're trying to get into that calm parasympathetic nervous system state, taking minerals just on a daily basis is a great idea, especially before you go to bed. So maybe like an hour before you go to bed, take some minerals, okay? There is one mineral product specifically that my patients swear by. And I don't have personal experience with this because I've always slept really good. But for people I know who are not good sleepers, generally, Minchex from Standard Process has been like a game changer, okay? My mom is someone specifically who I'm thinking about right now who just for whatever reason, for as long as I've known her, my whole life, has not been able to sleep really well. She started taking Minchex. She took one 45 minutes before she went to bed, still didn't sleep. The next day, she took 45 minutes before she went to bed, didn't really sleep still. She upped it all the way, I think it was like 5 or 6, 45 minutes before she went to bed. That was her dose because she slept through the night, and that was her dose. So she did that for a while, and then she started cutting back to 4, and then 3, and then 2, and now she just takes 1 about 45 minutes before she goes to bed, and that has worked amazing for her. So Minchex from Standard Process is great, okay? Other supplements you can take that you may or may not be familiar with are, there is an herbal supplement called valerian, and valerian it could be a really strong herbal product that actually works better than some sleep medications, and it's not addictive. Valerian is, all herbal supplements are not really created equal. Some of them are better quality than others. It really depends on the company. So if you find a good valerian supplement, it could be the greatest thing for you to help you sleep, okay? I really like MediHerb for valerian, or just herbal supplements in general. They are super high quality, and you generally don't need to take as many when you have a better quality supplement. A lot of people take melatonin to sleep. And the thing with melatonin, it's not that it's bad, okay? But the problem is not that melatonin, like lack of melatonin in your body, is not the reason you're not sleeping, okay? It's one of the many things that I already mentioned in this video, okay? But melatonin can help you sleep a little bit better, because when you go to lay down to go to bed, you need melatonin in your brain to actually help everything calm down so you can sleep. When it is dark enough in your room, okay, and when you have the right kind of protein in your diet, your body will make melatonin, and it will make more than enough for you to sleep. So it's my opinion that you do those things so your body can naturally make what it needs to, rather than supplementing with it, okay? So you can take melatonin though if you want to. It's better than medication, and it's better than laying in bed and not sleeping, because that could be miserable. So let me just recap real quick. There are 3 things that are going to change the way that you sleep for the rest of your life, okay? And then you can be like me and have the most amazing sleep ever. You need the perfect room setup, okay? You need to sleep in the perfect position for you, and you have to have the perfect nutrition for a proper sleep, okay? So I hope this was helpful, you guys. Oh, and you need one of these cool little robes. You gotta wear it right before you go to bed, okay? I hope this was helpful for everybody. I know I did this video a little bit later than I've been doing them, but I thought it was appropriate because most of you go to bed a lot earlier than me, probably in the next couple minutes, right? So try some of these tips, and I'd love to hear how you do, whether you kicked your significant other out of the room, or whether you got up and went and ate a hard-boiled egg before you went in bed. Whatever it is, I'd love to hear feedback from you guys, and thank you again so much for the encouragement. Talk to you guys soon.